Right, I am here. I am here. Only, what, 13 minutes late? Oh dear. Right, hello everybody. I really love the way that everybody's just been chatting with each other. Like, we're just a bunch of friends who've all, like, you know, it feels like we've all just met up for a coffee and we're just, like, you know, catching up on the gossip, on what's been going on with everybody. I enjoy that everybody has leaking roofs, because I also have a roof that leaks when it rains, so that's fun. Also, congratulations to Welsh Friend for being the first person to notice that I've put the "a thumb is not a finger" in the rules. It was in there on the last live stream and nobody noticed. So, well done, Welsh Friend. You're the first one to notice because, you know, a thumb is not a finger, Fred. Yeah. Anything else I wanted to mention? I think there was anything else I wanted to mention. But if you want a silly tangent, Fred, that's just made me think of something, actually. The thumb is not a finger thing has just made me think of something that happened yesterday in the break room at work, which I'm just going to tell you about. Might as well start on a tangent, why not? So I was in the break room with my mate, right, and it was just me and her. And she'd bought one of, like, the ready-made salads. And she'd got smoked salmon to put in with it, right? You know how you can eat salmon raw? And there's, like, the two types of smoked salmon you can buy. There's the cooked one and there's the raw one. Well, she'd bought the raw one, right? And I was kind of looking at her, and I was, like, going, I could not eat salmon raw. And she looked at us, and she went, "It's not raw, you daft idiot, it's smoked." And I said, "Yeah, it's smoked raw salmon." And she was like, "No, if it's smoked, it's cooked." And I was like, I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. But you know when somebody, you know when you're pretty sure that you're right, but somebody says something so confidently that you doubt yourself. So I just kind of left it. And then my other mate came up, and about 4 other people. And in the break room, it's like one big long table that we all just sit round, like a big dining table type thing. So we're all sat round this table. So yeah, there's probably about 4 other people, and then me and my 2 mates. And we were talking, and then somewhere in the conversation, she turned to my other mate and she went, "This bloody numpty is trying to tell me that this salmon is raw," right? And literally the entire table just turned round and went, "It is raw." And I was like, yes! Yeah. So, don't you start, Fred, with your "if it's smoked, it's not raw." Of course it fucking is. Smoking something doesn't cook it. Smoked bacon isn't fucking cooked, is it? Jesus fucking Christ. We're gonna fall out already. Anyway. Yeah. Shall we actually start the game then? Where are we? We're in the hinterlands. That's where we are. And I have called this, oh, I fell down a cliff again. I seem to do that a lot. Varric, don't fall down the cliff. I need you to teleport me back up. There we go. It's definitely not cooked. Thank you, Welsh Friend. You tell Fred. And a thumb is not a finger. Also, nostalgia is here. Hello, nostalgia. I feel like it's been a while. Has it been a while? I don't know. I've got quite a lot of semi-regulars these days, and I can't keep track of them all. Look at me getting so popular that I can't keep track of all of my semi-regulars. Right. Yes, I have called this part Val Royeaux because we are going to go to Val Royeaux. However, first, I want to get the horses from Dennett. Sorry, that was me laughing at the chat, not laughing at the fact I want to get horses from Dennett. Oh, just take a quick drink. Right. Right, okay, so... oh, don't fall down the fucking... Oh my god, how many times do I have to fall down this cliff before I learn? Right, yes, what am I talking about? Yes, we're going to go and get the horses off of Dennett. And do the watchtowers and all of that kind of nonsense. Once we've done that, we'll go back to... not Skyhold, we're not at Skyhold yet. Haven, we'll go back to Haven. And then we'll go to Val Royeaux and do the Val Royeaux stuff. Because I don't think there's much point in doing everything in the hinterlands before we go to Val Royeaux, because we're going to have to come back to the hinterlands anyway, aren't we? So, first, I've got level ups. I hate leveling people up in this game. I hate it. It's like, what are you even meant to do? I don't know. Just have something, Varric. I could just auto-level him up. I think I usually do resort to just auto-leveling everybody up, because, I mean, the combat's so bloody boring anyway, you sort of think. Smoked salmon is pretty great. I mean, it is, if it's cooked. I like the cooked one. I don't like the raw one. Smoked salmon is cooked if using a hot smoking method. Cold smoked salmon is raw. Well, this one was definitely raw. You could see it was raw. It looked raw. It, you know, it was raw. But anyway, everybody at the table agreed with me, and it was a proper victory moment. I was like, ah, I was right. I don't know. Oh, we definitely don't need to give him anything with daggers, do we? Because he doesn't use daggers. He's incapable of using daggers. He must only use Bianca. I don't know, we could auto-level him up. Should we auto-level him up? Just auto-level him, there we go. Just auto-level him up. There we go. I'm going to trust the game. Trust the game. Cassandra, I don't know. I don't know, Cassie. What do you want? She's less of a vanguard and more of a sort of, you know, protector, really, isn't she? Not that that is an actual thing, but you know what I mean. It's pickled herring cooked. I have no idea. Can you eat herring raw? Because you can't eat salmon raw. You can actually eat lamb raw if you really want to. And your stamina is very low, regenerates more quickly. That would probably be quite useful for Cassandra, to be fair. Let's do a combat roll. I remember that one being quite useful. And Solus. Solus. I think he needs more like attackiness, really, doesn't he? Could give him like some electricity magic, couldn't we? Give him a bit of chain lightning. That'll do us, I think. I don't think I've ever had herring, you know? I don't think once in my life I've ever had herring. I'm not much of a fish person, to be fair. But like when you buy smoked haddock, that's not cooked. You have to cook that. See, you can't buy cooked smoked haddock, can you? It's not a thing. Anyway, right, okay, so, oh, now I'm falling in a river, Jesus Christ, Dorabella just falls in everywhere. Right, we'll have a bit of a rest, because I've slightly injured myself falling down a cliff several times. There we go. Right, okay. I want to... No, we'll do it through the map, because that's easier. What's shards in the hinterlands? I don't care about that. That's a thing I've accidentally placed. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Is it farmland security that we need to do? Do we not need to get rid of the wolves as well? I'm sure that's a thing we need to do in order to get the horses. I can't remember where that is though. I'm sure we have to get rid of the wolves. That's the trouble with wolves. Ah, up there, is that where the arsehole, yeah, rift is? Because you have to get past the arsehole rift, don't you? To get to up there, and that rift always kills me. Like so. Should we do farmland security first? Because I think we're going to end up passing some of them to get to the wolves, aren't we? So we might as well just go into them. Right. Thought I loved fish and chips. Well, that's different. Fish and chips fish is different, isn't it? That's like cod with a lot of butter on it and then deep fried. But you know, like, you know, people who are like really into fish and eat things like lobster and crab and all types of fish. That's not me. But yeah, fish and chips, man. Oh, fish and chips. Oh, with a bit of curry sauce. Oh, is there anything better in the world than curry sauce bought from a chip shop? And there is no curry sauce like it, is there? There must be a special chip shop curry sauce supplier somewhere in the world that only supplies chip shops with curry sauce. Because honestly, you cannot get curry sauce anywhere else that tastes like the curry sauce from chip shops. It is the best thing in the world. Do you know what I don't like? Which, you know, may be grounds for me losing my British citizenship. I don't like mushy peas. Some people really like mushy peas with their fish and chips, and I'm like, oh no, makes the chips go all soggy. I don't really like mushy peas at all, to be honest. I like marrow fat peas, but I don't like them mushed. So yeah. I mean, I'll eat them, I suppose, but I'll eat them separately from everything else. But yeah, because when you go to a chip shop, you can get mushy peas as like a side. And I'm like, oh no. Chip shop gravy is pretty unique as well. Like, there's like chippy gravy is like totally different to any other type of gravy. But I prefer the curry sauce. Curry sauce is the best one. Anyway, we'll get this shard since we're passing. Where is it? Oh, Mr. Shard, I can hear you somewhere. Whoops. Well, there's a mosaic piece. We'll have one of them. Where the fuck is it? I can hear it. Oh, there it is. Boop. Oh, I didn't need to open the door. I could have just got through here. What was the point of that door being locked then? Oh well. Oh, there's mysterious mist. Oh, I like a bit of mysterious mist. The arsehole rift. Yes, that is what I said, Fred. The arsehole rift. Put that on a t-shirt. Oh, there's peeps. Hello, peeps. Are you the bandit people? I think these are the bandit people, because there aren't mages and templars running around anymore. Because we killed all of them. Prawns are the best. No. They're just sea worms. That's what prawns are. Just worms that taste of sea. Don't like prawns. Oh my fucking god, just die, man. Just fall over and die. You know what I keep thinking of? There's a Michael McIntyre thing. Michael McIntyre is a stand-up comedian for anybody outside of the UK who doesn't know him. One of his stand-up routines that he does is talking about how his children get really excited over stuff that as adults we don't get excited about. Like pushing the button in a lift or pushing the button for a crossing, right? And during this routine, he's like comparing the reactions of the two. So like the reaction of the child to getting to push the button in the lift, and then the reaction of the adult of getting to push the button in the lift. And when he's doing the adult, there's a bit where he just goes, "This is so boring," like that, and that's what I always think of when I'm playing the Inquisition combat. I just think this is so boring. I just think of Michael McIntyre. That's all I think of, because it's just so boring. Like, however, man, you could at least have made it a bit easier so that it doesn't take so long. I mean, I know that they were dealing with a really shit engine that they had to use and everything, and they had all the odds stacked against them, but you think, however, man, you didn't have to make it so tedious. You could have just, you know, if they died really quickly, it wouldn't be such a problem. Making them take longer to kill doesn't make it any harder, it just makes it really boring. Right, okay, so... It's just making me laugh. Right, okie dokie. Where am I going? I think I'm heading in this direction. I think there's another shard over here. I'm just going to pick them up as I'm passing. I'm not going to go hunting for them. We can do that later. I don't think I've been in this castle yet, have I? Ooh. Bit fancy, isn't it? It's a mosaic piece. Fort Connor was constructed by a young Earl Aemon after the Orlesians were driven from Ferelden. It was named in honour of Aemon's father, who died at the Battle of West Hill, and after whom the Earl named his son. I used to work in a town called West Hill, up in Scotland. Aemon was determined for Redcliffe to stand as a shining example of Ferelden's strength. He constructed Fort Connor to watch the King's Highway and protect the hinterlands against all enemies. It proved its fortitude against Darkspawn during the Fifth Blight, suffering damage only when the Darkspawn deployed emissaries. Aemon said proudly at the time that Fort Connor was unbreakable by anything short of magic, and for that, thank the Maker, we have Templars. Well, that came back to bite him in the arse, didn't it? When, you know, the mages rebelled, and so did the Templars. Anyway, yeah. Right. Is there not anything else in here? This seems like the sort of place where there should be something else, doesn't it? Apparently not. Well, what happened to Connor during our Origins playthrough? He died, didn't we? Yes, I remember we hit a sword over the head and killed Connor. I remember that now. Because if he survives, you can meet him. And if he's possessed by a demon, he acts a bit weirdly. If you let him get possessed by a demon during Origins. I'm sure he still turns up. And he acts a bit weird. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. You know, me and my cousin used to play a game when we were young teenagers, about 12, 13, something like that. Over Skype. No, not Skype. The other one, MSN Messenger. That was it. Do you remember MSN Messenger? Those were the days. We used to play a game where we'd both be watching or listening to something, and we would just type in whatever lyric or line was like happening at the time. So I would type in, like, you know, if I was watching something, say Harry Potter, I would just type in whatever line was being said and send that. And then say she was listening to, I don't know, S Club 7. That was something that we did. Oh, that was that was when we were a bit younger, to be fair. But anyway, she would like type in the lyric that was being played at that moment and send that, right? And we just used to do that for hours, and then we would like put it all in a Word document and try and find like the funniest things that followed each other. So there was one where she was listening to the soundtrack from Wicked, and I was listening to, or rather I was watching The Sound of Music. And we had one that was Nothing Ever Could Make You Popular. And that was one of our favourites. But we had some really weird ones that I now can't remember. I'm sure I've still got them all written down somewhere. But honestly, we used to do that for hours. That would just keep us entertained indefinitely. What am I doing? Wandering around aimlessly, I think. I'm trying to find these flipping watchtowers. Fred, I kind of want to know what the bad joke was now. You see, you've teased us, and now I know. Now I want to know what it is. You know what I'm like? I'm like a child. I need to know. I need to know, man. Oh, another shard. Alright, Welsh friend, calm down. Welsh friend doesn't want to know what the joke was. I want to know what the joke was. Message me like privately, Fred, and tell me what the joke was. You don't have to tell everybody else if you don't want to, but you have to tell me. You have to. Otherwise I'll go to my grave never knowing it. It'll bother me forever. Right. Way. Oh, I scaled a cliff. Yay me. Oh, don't tell me there's an invisible wall. Oh, I hate invisible walls. Is that the joke, Fred? I don't think that's a terrible joke. I didn't laugh, but... oh, I've just looped around in a circle. How have I done that? Oh well. Yeah. We'll blame Fred, shall we? Right, okay. This kind of direction, I think. I find it quite relaxing just wandering around in Inquisition. Oh, here comes the music. Listen to it. Oh my god, it's the best music in the world. Oh, isn't it just so relaxing? It's an unintentionally quite chill game, I think, Inquisition. What's that? It says Welsh Friend. Have you played Mass Effect, Welsh Friend? Because if you haven't, I don't think you'll even understand it. Oh, we're quite close. I think it's up there. Do you think we can climb up here? I wish they'd put better climbing mechanics in. Just having to manically jump. That's what I want from Dreadwolf. I want better climbing mechanics.
The people here should leave the area. It's too dangerous.
It's about the 28th time you've said that, Cassandra. You can't just up and leave your home. That's not a thing you can do when you're a peasant. With, you know, limited money, and you have to think about things like, well, how am I going to support myself if I up and leave? You know, it's not like being a seeker who also happens to be Navarran royalty. A letter found on a dead dwarf. I don't care how many demons and apostates are in that area. The package was lost somewhere on the river north of those farms. Follow the river and find it, or we'll find you. Okay, we might do that at some point. Not played Mass Effect, dear me. Brenda hasn't played Mass Effect either. Oh my goodness. We're consorting with peasants, Fred. That's what we're doing. Pick up this quest, whatever it is. Endrin, they're telling everybody to leave until the mages and Templars stop burning everything down. Saw the way the merchants were looking, though. If we just flee, they'll pick our houses clean. I'm taking our little project to the cave in the hills up north. You know the one. It'll be safe there until all this blows over. Hessel. I can't remember what that one is. I mean, I vaguely remember something about it. It's tickling the back of my brain. Can't remember what it is, though. Just gonna quickly nip to the tent, because I think Cassandra's a tiny bit hurt. Also, we could get potions back. I think it would have been a lot better if they just gave you infinite potions like they did in the other games. I don't think having a limit on the potions really adds anything to gameplay. It just means you have to occasionally nip back to a camp now and then. But I mean, there's camps everywhere, so it's like, it's not like... The idea was that you were supposed to have to plan, you know, what equipment to take with you and stuff like that. Be a bit more careful, but it sort of doesn't really work out that way. There's a bandit. I think if we just walk over here, they just won't notice us, because I cannot be asked to fight them. Right, okay, I can now build watchtowers. Yay! Right, shall we go and deal with the wolves then? I tried heading up in this direction the last time, didn't I? And there was like a lot of really nasty people. And they killed me. Maybe we should forget about the Dennet's horses thing. Have we already got the horses from Dennet? We might have done. I'm sure I have to do something else first though, didn't I? I can't even friggin' remember. Trouble is when you're live streaming, you're not really listening to what's going on the actual thing. I have no idea. Let's go completed quests. The hinterlands. Master of horses. Horse Master Dennett may be able to provide horses for the Inquisition. He just needs to be convinced, right? Does that mean we've convinced him? I mean, it's in completed quest, but do you not have to do the other stuff to get him? I don't know. Fred will tell me. Fred will know. Fred knows everything. Except, you know, regarding thumbs and fingers and smoked salmon. And all the other things he's been wrong about. Object to the general notion that the leader of a religious movement has to pick elf fruit for everybody. Hey, I'm a down-to-earth kind of person, Fred, alright? I'm not afraid of getting my hands dirty. Do you know what actually bothers me more is when you go to the Trespasser DLC? Because you've got the mark on your hand and you're the only one who can close the rifts, it makes sense that you're constantly being sent out into the field because you have to be out there because nobody else can close the rifts, right? So it makes sense that you're constantly being sent out into the field, despite the fact that when you become the Inquisitor, you're basically the leader of the world. But when you get to the Trespasser DLC and all the... I mean, there aren't any rifts anymore by that point, and all hell is breaking loose. I have never understood why it seems the most logical thing to send the Inquisitor to deal with the Canary problem. That doesn't seem logical at all. I mean, I know it turns out that you end up needing to use the mark on your hand, but you would have no way of knowing that before you actually go and deal with it. And it's like... You know when Josephine's freaking out, going, you can't keep sending the Inquisitor away, we need her here to, like, deal with these negotiations. And I'm like, I'm kind of on Josie's side. I don't understand why I'm going off to deal with this when I've got an entire fucking army who could go and deal with it, while I'm, like, you know, trying to negotiate the future of the Inquisition. That bothers me a lot in the Trespasser DLC. Brenda couldn't get into Living Legends. That's fair enough, Liv. It's not everybody's cup of tea. I'm well aware of that. And it's like, what is it, 200,000 words or something at this point? We're not even close to halfway through. I didn't think. So, you know. Did you ever get into it, Fred? I know you started reading it. I don't know whether you fully got into it. It is slow at the beginning, I will admit that. I think it picks up about chapter 16 or something like that. It's probably when it actually starts to pick up. And I think you have to be like a really die-hard kind of Mass Effect sort of fan to really appreciate it, because it goes so deep into the characters and the lore and stuff like that. I mean, you have to really do know a lot about Mass Effect to kind of really be able to enjoy it, I think.
We should search the area.
We should search the areas. We'll do that in a minute, once we've killed the marksman.
One down.
Boop. There's something over in this direction apparently. You know what I miss about using a controller is that the controller would always vibrate when you were doing this, and it was always really cool. Same when you're closing rifts and stuff like that, the controller would always vibrate. Read about the first 50,000 words. It's going to be longer than War and Peace, you know. I actually looked up how long War and Peace was, and I can't remember what it was now. Is it something like 700,000 and something words or something? I can't remember. And I was looking at it and thinking it's going to be longer than that. When it's finished, it's going to be longer than that. But I mean, in many ways, Living Legends sort of almost became like a diary. as I was writing it, because I didn't really have a clear plan when I first started writing it. I was just sort of like, you know, using inspiration from whatever was happening in my life at the time, which means it becomes a bit of a roller coaster, to be honest. It's sort of, it's daft, silly fun. You know, I quite enjoyed rereading it after I went back to it. Where am I going? What am I doing? Why am I here? I don't know. Did I actually pick a quest? I don't think I did. I was thinking about going and doing the wolves, but then I'm like, should we just go to Royeaux? And then we can always come back. The length was kind of daunting, yeah. But to be fair, it's kind of split up into sections, which is not immediately obvious when you start reading it. But, like, so you start off... Well, you start off on the Normandy, but that doesn't last for very long. And then you go to Earth. And then they head into Asari space, which is where we are at the minute. But they're in the system that has Thestia in it. But all the others, like Aria and Tivos and Grunt, have all, like, split up and gone to different systems. So, what's going to happen... I'm not going to give spoilers, but I'm going to sort of tell you. So, at the minute, we're in the system with Thestia in it, with Shepard and Liara, right? And their crew. But, what is about to happen fairly soon is that they're going to get a call from Tivos, and Tivos is going to say, Aria's kind of gone rogue, can you go and see what she's up to? So then we're going to move to a different system, right? And then Grunt has already disappeared. That's a thing, that like, they can't get in contact with him, which I've hinted at, but I've not made a big deal out of it. They're just sort of like, oh, we can't get in contact with Grunt, that's a bit weird. But that's like, you know, setting up stuff for later. And then, like, so they're going to go to that system and deal with that. So that's like a separate section. And then they're going to go to the system that Grunt's in to deal with what's going on with him. That's a separate section. And then they'll end up in the one with Tivos, which is a separate section. And then they'll come back to the Thessia one, which will be like the final section. So there we go. So it's kind of split up into seasons, almost. But yeah, that's not immediately obvious when you first start reading it. And some of the chapters are quite long. One of the chapter is 10,000 words long. Or it's nearly 10,000 words long. I think on average they're between about 6,000 and 7,000 words long each chapter. So yeah, it is a bit yes. But still. Viral Effects is here, and as always is trying to get us off the tangents and back to the actual game. Well done. Right, should we go back to Haven then? We can come back and finish the hinterlands later, and we'll go and do Royeaux. Oh, viral effects making me laugh. Yes, travel to the location. Sorry, I was reading the chat. Yes, I do have Grunt married to an Asari. Yes. It's quite Asari heavy, the story. All of my Mass Effect fanfictions are quite Asari heavy because I just like the Asari, really. It's not just because they're, you know, gorgeous, sexy blue alien women. I find them genuinely interesting as a concept. They are so different to all, like most of the other races in Mass Effect, kind of follow the same sort of stereotype of all sci-fi races, and they're sort of like, they represent one aspect of humanity, you know what I mean? So you've got like the Turians are like the military ones, and then the Solarians are the clever ones, and then the Volus are the ones who run the economy, blah 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 blah. The Asari are just sort of different somehow. I mean, I know they're like the peaceful, diplomatic ones, but they're so genuinely unique. And their whole culture is kind of unique because they are unique, and you sort of think they would have such a unique take on the world, on the galaxy, kind of looking at it through their eyes. because they're so different from everybody else. The fact that they're monogendered, the fact that they are the only ones who can reproduce with other species, the fact that they can meld with you. It's just like, there's just the fact that they live for 1,000 years. They're so uniquely different. I just think they would have such a unique perspective on the galaxy, and I just find exploring that really interesting. And I like, yeah, I like to. Yeah. I just think, yeah, I like things that are like, you know... Why is there a Hoojit there? Piece by piece. Oh, is that me crafting stuff? Oh, I'm gonna have to sort inventory and stuff out now. You know how there's an auto level up button? I wish there was an auto sort out inventory button where you just let the game decide what you should keep. And what should be equipped or new. Because I really can't be asked. I really can't. Especially when the combat's so boring, so you just sort of think, what's even the point? I mean, in Origins, sure, I'm quite interested in, you know, what's in the inventory, but in here, I just don't care. Yeah, what is that? Blacksmith can also improve existing or modify some armor, and I don't want to, man. We'll come back and deal with that after we've been to Royeaux, because not that much happens in Royeaux, does it? We're not going to really have to fight that many people, if anybody. Do you have to fight anybody in Royeaux? I don't think you do.
Walk safely, Herald of Andraste.
Who would win if we put the Solarian STG, the Asari Commandos, the Human N7s, and the Turian Blackwatch? Oh, there's a question. I mean, the humans have the tenacity, don't they? That's kind of like what they chose to be the defining trait of humans. I also find that one of the reasons that I love sci-fi and fantasy is that you get to explore like human nature in a really unique way because you have characters who are not human, so you get to see humanity through the eyes of people who are not, which you can't do in real life because there aren't any sentient people who are not human, at least not that we know of. So that's one of the reasons that I love sci-fi and fantasy, because, you know, sci-fi in particular, because you've got that thing of like what makes us human, right? And what's the defining trait of humanity, but each one seems to pick a different thing to be like the defining trait of humanity. So in Star Trek, it's like the urge to explore, right? That's kind of what they picked as the defining trait of humanity. And then in Doctor Who, it's like curiosity, which I suppose is like similar. And in Mass Effect, it's like determination and tenacity that they picked to be the defining trait of humanity.
Walk safely, Herald of Andraste.
Yeah. Which is, I think, my favourite one of all of the sci-fi worlds that I've explored. I kind of like the way that humanity is portrayed in Mass Effect. Oh dear, there's people rioting. We'll not go over there until I've finished my Mass Effect tangent. Yeah. I like the way that humanity is portrayed as like... They're sort of like the poor relation. You know, they're pretty bottom of the pile. They're kind of like... yeah, everybody kind of looks down on them a little bit and finds them a little bit abrupt and brash and stuff. Because usually we're sort of like, you know, heralded as saints, aren't we? In most sci-fi worlds. But anyway, click on that just to get rid of the exclamation mark. Oh, I forgot about the original question. Yes. Who would win? I don't know. I think the Commandos would maybe win. Because they've got the experience, haven't they? Most of them are probably at least 600 years old.
Good luck sealing those rifts.
And they've got the same... They've got the... They're much like the STG in that they're quite sneaky. They've got that going for them, and they've got the biotics. And they're really good snipers, aren't they, the Commandos? Not a thing? Also, I just like the Asari and just always want them to win everything. Right, okay, shall we go in there, see what all of this nonsense is about? Hello!
Your kind killed the most holy. Lies. Your kind let her die. Shut your mouth, mate!
Enough!
Knight Commander!
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean, exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its Herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
Okay, was that it? Is it over now? Hello!
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave?
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
I'm not the Herald, but oh no, I am claiming that I'm the Herald these days, aren't I? And at first I was like, I'm not sure I'm the Herald, but now I've decided we're just going to go with it. We're going to be like, yep, I'm the Herald of Andraste, deal with it.
I don't know. The Inquisition seems about as functional as any young family.
How many families are on the verge of splitting into open warfare with themselves?
Yes, because that would never happen to the Chantry.
Centuries of tradition will guide us. We are not the upstart, eager to turn over every apple cart.
Okay, Cullen, why is he here?
Remind me why you're allowing the Chancellor to stay.
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Royeaux, however.
It's the Mage Templar War Lodge.
How widespread is the violence between mages and Templars?
Impossible to say.
Your organization flouting the Chantry's authority will not help matters.
With the Conclave destroyed, I imagine the war between mages and Templars is renewed. With interest.
Yeah. Who killed the Divine? Sorry, there's a cat on my knee. Cat cam will appear in a moment.
The mages and Templars are fighting, even though we don't know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Exactly why all this should be left to a new Divine. If you are innocent, the Chantry will establish it as so.
Or we'll be happy to use someone as a scapegoat.
You think nobody cares about the truth? We all grieve Justinia's loss.
But you won't grieve if the Herald of Andraste is conveniently swept under a carpet.
Okay, I'll return with good news. Good luck keeping order. I hope the trip is worth it. So much cat hair coming out of you, Star. So look! So much cat hair coming out of you. Yeah, sure, I'll return with good news.
I'll make sure they see reason in Royeaux.
I pray you're right.
Open warfare in families does happen. Yep. One of the things that I just can't, I have no patience for is family drama. Just have no patience for it. I'm just like, I keep myself quite separate from the family as much as possible because it's just like, I just can't be asked, man. I don't care enough. Just like, you know, people start falling out over shit and you just say, I can't be dealing with that, man. Are you just staying there now, Puds? Hey? Are you just staying there now? Yeah. Are you gonna let me go back to playing the game or not? No? Okay. We can just sit here for a bit if that's what you want, you know. That's fine. She's purring. You better not start drooling again. You better not. You better not, please. Hey, I'm not having your drool on my keyboard. We give a shout out to Cullen's redemption arc. Yeah, I know, right? It's the exact. It shows exactly how maturity works, doesn't it? How you mature as you age, and you, you know. Get that crusty bit out your eye, Puds. Crusty bit out your eye. Just let me get that crusty bit out your eye. Hey, look at me. Let me get that crusty bit out your eye. Let me get that crusty bit out your eye. Oh, you know, it's be a lot easier if you would just stay still. There we go. I think there's one in the other eye. There's one in the other eye. Yeah. I got it. Are you going? No. Silly question, really, wasn't it? Yeah. How much cat hair's on me? There's more cat hair on me than there is on you. Yeah. 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 Welsh friend make me laugh. I need a tangent, guys. Somebody give me a tangent, because we might be here for a while. What's up, Star? Hey? What's the matter? What's the matter with my putty? Eh? What's the matter? You want to look at the camera and they can actually see your beautiful face. Tangent, the Barbie movie robbed by the Oscars. I don't know, did it win any Oscars? I don't really follow the Oscars. It's not really a thing I'm interested in. I tried watching it once, I found it very boring. I've watched the BAFTAs now and then. That's a bit more interesting to me because there's stuff on there that I've actually like seen. See, I don't really watch films. So, you know. But like the BAFTAs is like, you know, film and telly and sometimes. But although I haven't watched it in years, to be fair. I used to enjoy the soap awards. That was more my kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. Did they win any awards? Barbie movie? I quite enjoyed the Barbie movie. I quite liked it. Me and my mate went to see it, and it was so funny because she turned up in a Barbie t-shirt, so like a pink t-shirt with Barbie written on it, pink Converse, a pink handbag, and I think she had a pink jacket, and then like pink stuff in her hair, Barbie earrings, right? And we went up to the thing, and he was like, "Which movie are you here to see?" Take a wild guess. Yeah, I quite enjoyed the Barbie movie. Oh my god, look at all this putty hair. Yay. The Oscars is next week. What, so it hasn't even happened yet? I don't know, I don't keep up with things like that. I don't keep up with anything really, I just live in my own little bubble and just kind of ignore the real world as much as possible. Are you going? Oh, marvellous, we can actually get back to the game. Look how much cat hair's on me. So much freaking cat hair. And she's drooled on me keyboard! The giant Barbie box. Oh yeah, we had the giant Barbie box as well. Yeah. Although I think we missed it. Because I think they only had it for a certain... Because we went to see it quite late. Like when it was... It only had like maybe a week or two left, and I don't think they had the box when we actually went. But there, you know, yeah, the box had been there. What am I going to do about this cat spit on my keyboard? I don't have anything I can wipe it off with. I'm going to have to start keeping hankies. So to wipe the cat spit off my keyboard. I'll use like the, oh, I don't know. Must have something. Like a tea towel. I've usually got a tea towel. Actually, that's a good point. I've usually got a tea towel on top of the computer where the cats sit, and I don't know where it's gone. What have you done with my tea towel? Hey, what have you done with my tea towel? Where's it gone? Has it fallen down the side? Well, it must be somewhere. Surely. Can't have disappeared. Flipping heck, man. Oh, there we go. Okay, I just wipe that off me keyboard. Yeah, we made the air jump. It's fine. Right, okay. Right, so I could never do this like professionally, could I? Like as a living, I think. Oh dear. Right, should we go in there and have a little chat with Josephine? That's not Josephine, that's the dungeons. Josephine's a bit further up, isn't she?
Researcher Minave wishes to verify that the infections have decreased in Yes.
Is there not a guy in
Thank
here?
you for your...
That can't
Oh
be
no,
it.
not yet.
Perhaps Leliana was... No, that seems unlikely. How can... Oh, hello, Mistress Kadash.
Okay, the cat's making noises. Stop making noises. Go away. Go away. Go. Shoo. Bye. Love you, really. Amazingly, next week is always a week off. So it never gets here. Oh man, that's sad. We never get to find out what happens. It's awful. We've already done the thing where she's arguing with the Orlesian guy, haven't we? I was thinking, why is she not arguing with the Orlesian guy? But we've already done it, haven't we? Right, hello, Josie love.
Something on your mind, Ambassador?
You could say that. I was speaking with Leliana and... Well, we discussed how to make people understand that a dwarf could be a herald of Andraste.
Is the idea shocking?
Is being a dwarf so controversial?
Everything about you promises to be controversial. Dwarves rarely join the Chantry. Why would the Maker's Chosen be one, they wonder? Few realize dwarves even have a religion in their philosophy of the stone.
Ooh, this is all new to me because I've never played as a dwarf before. Yeah, how do you know about that?
Most humans don't know about the stone.
I've dined with merchants from Orzammar. Those who at court are happy to enlighten us. They explained that dwarves believe stone is alive, that good dwarven souls return to it in death. It was interesting, even if the Chantry mothers found it less than amusing.
Ah, yeah, but you see, if you take lyrium into account, stone kind of is alive in the Thedas world. And there are lyrium ghosts, that's a thing. If you die next to enough lyrium, you become a lyrium ghost. So, you know, maybe they're not a million miles off. I never learned much about it. I believe in the stone, it's all bunk. You know what, she probably didn't ever learn much about it because she'll be a surface dwarf, won't she?
I never paid much attention to any of that stone stuff.
That's fortunate. The Chantry is already worried about the mark on your hand.
Good luck with them. Try quoting the chant. It's nothing to do with me. Yeah, good luck with them.
I wish I could help convince them I'm not a threat.
There are stories about your past that may make it difficult. Leliana was telling me rumors that... it sounds preposterous, but... there are stories circulating that you were part of a criminal organization. The Dwarven Carta.
Yeah, I kind of was, Josie.
I used to be. The Carta doesn't like their own to get too famous.
So it's true. Oh my. Were you only smuggling at least? Exchanging a few goods on the surface?
Yeah, I love this conversation with Josie because obviously it's different depending on which background you pick, or rather which race you play as. But like it lets you set up your own backstory just a little bit, which is quite nice. I like that. Don't get judgmental. That's about right. It's not your business. Why the surface? I was more violent at that. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's say that we weren't like, because I mean, I'm playing her as quite a good person, aren't I? Like, good at heart. So let's be like, you know, yeah, we didn't do anything too terrible.
I was the buyer for fancy surface goods we sold to rich dwarven houses. Long hours, but peaceful compared to most Carter work.
That is a relief. Perhaps we can make your former occupation sound less unsavory. I'll handle the subject of your past carefully, Harold. I'm sure you can't miss that life.
I miss my comrades, I won't miss the brutality, I miss the routine. The Carter was a dead end, sure I do, I was good at it. I'm hoping you like bad girls, is that our flirt option? Yeah, let's not go with that. You hear this cat, honest to God. You can hold a whole conversation just by yourself, can't you? You're so squeaky. Yeah. I'm gonna say that I miss my comrades.
Carter could be rough, but I knew who had my back. Here I have to learn all over again.
I will not lie. The selfish and power-hungry will walk among us before this fight is over. But the Inquisition also attracts those who dream of peace. You'll find new companions among them.
Yeah, that was quite nice, wasn't it? Yeah, I like things like that. I think one of the things I think BioWare are really good at, or at least the BioWare of old, I'm not so sure about now, is giving you just enough to like spark your imagination, but then not taking too much control. So like they're really, I think these games are built for fanfiction writers because they like give you a lot of freedom, sort of like with the lore and the characters and the stories and things like that, and they give you little nudges to kind of like spark your inspiration and spark your imagination, but don't hold on to it too tightly. So just something as simple as that conversation. So like if you play as a human noble, when you have that conversation with Josephine, she asks about your family and whether, you know, because they're a noble family, whether she should ask them to support the Inquisition. And you have different responses. You can kind of go, oh yeah, you know what, I'll contact them because we're really close. Oh my god, this cat, will you stop it? Little arsehole. Hey, you little arsehole. Yes, you are. I'm trying to go off on a tangent here. Yeah, so they're like, there's one option where you can say, yes, we get along really well, I'll contact them. And there's a few other options. And then there's one that's just like, that might be a bad idea, I'm not on good terms with my family. Right? But that's never expanded on. That's just a thing that you can put in there, and it doesn't have any impact on the game. But that alone was enough for my brain to go, oh, why might I not get on with my family? You know, and created this whole story. And I just think BioWare are really good at that. They leave enough vague details that you can make the world your own, but they give you enough of a framework that it sort of like pushes you to... what am I trying to say? It encourages storytelling, I think. Do I have any research to turn in? Apparently I do. I swear to God, this cat, I'm going to bloody throw you out the window. What are you doing? Come here. 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 Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You want to come back up here? No. No, I did not want to go back up there. Anyway, she kept doing that when I was trying to record one of the fanfiction videos that I'm going to do, and I nearly boxed her up and took her to cat's protection. I swear to God, I was like, "Will you just shut up, man?" Right, should we have a wander in here then? Fucking hell. I feel getting worse at this the more I do it. Does anybody else think? I'm actually getting less professional as time goes on. Right. In the perks menu, you can select perks that provide... Oh, I didn't get to read that.
My
Never mind.
scouts still comb the hills for clues about the explosion. I'll take what I can find.
Okay, Lil, that's nice. Right, okay, so I've got, like, things, haven't I? I want Deft Hands Fine Tools, but I need 4 points needed in category. Oh! Eagle-Eyed. Grants a significant increase to the discovery range of searching action. Detailed studies show how to get the maximum usable harvest from each plant. Oh. A detailed study of magic and the places and creatures that interact with it opens up new dialogue options. Yes, I remember this being annoying because you really want Deft Hands Find Tools because that lets you unlock more locks. However, you need 4 points in secrets in order to get that. And most of the other stuff in secrets is really not that good. Although, agents count, don't they? So, yeah. What else might we want? Let's have a look at just general Inquisition-y ones. History knowledge opens up new dialogue. And even tailoring increases inventory capacity. Yeah. Trouble is, you're never that far from... I was going to say a camp, but you can't sell stuff at the camp, can you? Tempered glass flasks allows 1 more potion slot. Not very interesting. Connections. Nobility knowledge. That's also dialogue option, isn't it? Sterling reputation. Thanks to a few well-placed acquaintances and a carefully crafted reputation, merchants will pay the Inquisition 10% more. A favour for a favour. From an expanding network of contacts amongst artisans, suppliers and noble patrons, merchants will offer the Inquisition a 10% discount. Rare stocks. Inquisition procurers can leverage the organisation's reputation to purchase a shipment of rare and valuable raw materials for crafting. All a bit shit really, aren't they? Forces. Underworld knowledge. Now, it makes sense that I would have underworld knowledge, doesn't it? What with me being part of the underworld. That's just dialogue options as well. A methodology created... Methodology, not mythology. Methodology developed by an Orlesian blade master and used by chevaliers to analyse their own performance in combat. Grants a 5% increase in XP earned. That might be quite good. Or we could put a 1 in secrets just because we want to get Deft Hands Find Tools. I'm developing a unique media style, am I? Okay. Do you think it'll take off? Do you think one day people will write books about this going, ah, well, you see, this technique was first developed by a little-known YouTuber. I don't know. What do we want? I think I want underworld knowledge. Let's do that. Just because that makes sense, doesn't it, with me being part of the Carter? I like the idea that I'll be able to go, you know, in certain conversations, I'll just be able to go, haha, because of my underworld knowledge. I like things to make sense. You wouldn't think it to hear me talk, would you? I like things to make sense. Right, let's have a check-in to see, yes, because we had thingies going on, didn't we? Kadash, what I'm hearing is the card has been paid off, no more hit. Happy Dasher, all that rot, good work. Might even see if I can pay a visit to one of the safe houses and not lose my head. I'll be in touch. Okay. Trouble is with these, sometimes you actually forget what the mission was that you put them on. We got gold! Yay! Was there not another one that they were working on? Apparently not, but we could build watchtowers. So we can either do it with our soldiers, or we can get the nobles near Redcliffe to do it. You know what? We'll use our soldiers. Because we, you know, like to do a job ourselves. And it also, like, takes less time, so, you know. Yeah, you can do it, Cullen. Hardin Hightown 3 Barracks Revenge. My dear Josephine, I have looked into the matter of your writer. That book, by the way, is truly dreadful. We've already read this, haven't we? Oh, we've completed it. Why is it still sitting there then? Because that becomes like a whole big saga, doesn't it? Anyway, we've got 26 power. That's probably enough to get us to Royeaux. How much power do we need? 4. Yeah. That'll do, won't it? Yeah, we'll... The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. Attempts to gather allies against the breach have been rebuffed. And at this moment, we could not step foot into the capital without being attacked by a mob or arrested. We must convince the Chantry to permit us entry to the city so that we can show them the Herald of Andraste is not the monster they believe. Recommended levels 4 to 6. I have no idea what level I am. But let's go!
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion. And we should ignore the danger to the Herald. Let's ask her.
This may not actually help. This is a terrible plan. I'm not worried. I swear to God, this cat, I'm gonna... Stop it. Come here. Come here. Come here. No. If you are gonna keep destroying my stuff, I'm gonna keep picking you up. Alright? Deal? You're interrupting a very important thing here. Hey, this is a very important part of the story. I want you to sit there and think about what you've done. Put cat cam on. Okay, and I'll move it a bit so that they can see you. Okay. Whoops. Put it there. The camera never stays where I put it. There we go. Okay. I'm shaming you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not worried.
What can they do? It's just talk.
Don't underestimate the power of their words. An angry mob will do you in just as quickly as a blade.
I will go with her. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Okay, the remaining Chantry clerics. We've already read that, haven't we? Right, okay, so... Gonna let me reach my mouse. Yeah, sure, we'll confirm that. Boop.
The city still mourns.
Just a guess, Seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lady Herald.
You're one of Leliana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then. They wish to protect the people? From us?
Protect them from me!
Protect them from the blasphemous Herald of Andraste, I'd say.
Surely they cannot think such a thing.
Why not? They wouldn't be the only ones.
You think the Order's return to the fold, maybe? To deal with us upstarts?
I know Lord Seeker Lucius. I can't imagine him coming to the Chantry's defense. Not after all that's occurred. Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
Okay, we're in Royeaux. Unfortunately, I can't move because there's a cat. So, We might just be here for a bit, eh, buds? Look into the camera. Let them see you. I'm not letting you back down there, you'll just make noise. Eh, won't you? You just make noise. Oh, where do you think you're going? Where do you think... Are you going to behave? Hey, are you going to behave? Are you going to behave? Okay, you can go back down then. She's not going to behave. Right, okay, so... oh dear, right. Oh, it's very pretty, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, it's a bit much. Our Lady and the actors of her rise and fall, her message and visage are worth repeating. Okay. Just keeping an eye on this cat to see what she's going to do. If you go near that box again, oh my god, she has as well. I'm actually going to kill her. I'm going to kill her. It's fine, she's gone. Right. Beneath, scratched by a vandal, admitting a low door frame. Maforath's remorse. That's quite funny. I quite like that. Does that one say the same? I think it does, doesn't it? Oh no! And his head suddenly weighs too much. Maforath's blood guilt. He actually looks like, do you know what he looks like? It looks like he's just done something really stupid and he's just gone, oh, for fuck's sake. What the fuck did I just do that for? That's what it looks like. Anyway, take a quick drink. Right. Oh, there's another one as well. What does this one say? About his unfortunate hair. Oh, he doesn't have any hair though. Maybe that's the joke. Is that the joke? That's probably the joke. And what's this one? Yeah, an unrelented headache. Oh dear. Right, okay. Should we go into the town centre? City centre? Place? At the centre of the city? This place? Valriel's really small, isn't it? I mean, I think we should assume that we're not, like, seeing all of it, but still, they made it quite small.
It seems that power is aligned against
oh, look at them in their masks.
a pity, as you are the only one
How cool is that? I do like the masks. Right, so... I'm curious, see what's going to happen. Because I can't quite remember.
Good people of Royeaux, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of her murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet. The Maker would send no dwarf in our hour of need.
Oh, I never claimed to be. Well, I mean, I did claim to be the Herald of Andraste, didn't I? We have a real enemy. Stop this now. Let's talk peacefully. Let's go down the peaceful route.
We came here in peace, simply to talk, and this is what you do. I implore you, let us sit down together to deal with the real threat.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
Okay, yeah, it's quite dramatic, this, isn't it? How dare you? Am I supposed to be impressed? Not here for us, then. Saved me the trouble. I don't know. I mean, we're meant to be sort of like... I am saying I'm playing her as like a good person. Should we just go, how dare you?
What's the meaning of this?
Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
I do love the drama of Inquisition, you know. As much as I whinge about all the things wrong with Inquisition, I love the drama. Right, help us close the breach. Templars join us as cousin did. Then why are you here? Help us close the breach.
What we truly need is an alliance that will seal the breach.
Oh, the breach is indeed a threat. But you certainly have no power to do anything about it.
But Lord
What's a
Seeker,
magic hand?
what if she really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royeaux is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Yeah. Quite possibly. Yeah, how well do you know him?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
Will he see reason? So much for Templar help. We'll find another way. Will he see reason?
Do you think he can be reasoned with?
I hope so. If not him, there are surely others in the Order who don't feel as he does. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Okay. Have a little wander about first, though. Should we talk to the revered mother? I mean, like, everybody's totally chill about the fact that a Templar just punched a revered mother in the back of the head. Like, she's a revered mother. I mean, how I know she was being a bit of a tit, but come on, you don't punch a holy woman, do you? That's just not cool, man. Or any woman, to be honest. Will you talk to me?
This victory must please you greatly, Seeker Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. If you do not believe you are the Maker's chosen, then what are you?
Maybe I am the Maker's chosen, though. Well, I can't say that. Interesting. Did I say something at some point that meant I'm not claiming that I'm the Herald of Andraste? Because I definitely remember at one point I claimed I was the Herald of Andraste. Also, Varric is just awkwardly standing on a plant pot, and I'm quite enjoying that. I think he probably just wants to feel a bit taller. Just a dwarf, why do you care? Someone who can help, I don't know. I'm just a dwarf, love.
I'm just a dwarf. In the wrong place, the wrong time.
That is more comforting than you might imagine. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
Okay. I also love how she got punched in the back of the head and she's clutching her side. Anyway, what do you believe about me?
You're obviously skeptical. What do you believe I am?
Our divine, Her Holiness is dead. I have seen evidence for everything, except what would comfort me.
That doesn't answer my question.
For you to be true, a great many things must be false. And if you are false, a great many things must have failed. There is chaos ahead, whatever your intentions.
Okay, that was really clear and made total sense, thank you. What will the Chantry do now?
So what happens now? Will the Chantry continue to denounce me?
We have already done so. And what good has it done us? Now it falls on us to select a new divine, if we can. And leave the next step to her.
Provided such a selection is even possible.
I truly don't know. Any revered mother who could have followed Justinia died at the Conclave. What becomes of us, and your Inquisition, is in the Maker's hands now.
Okay. Where have the Templars gone?
Where is the Lord Seeker taking the Templars?
I can't begin to guess the Lord Seeker's mind. He could not have abandoned his intended role more completely.
There must be sense to what we can't see.
Must there? Rebellion seems popular in certain quarters, doesn't it, Seeker? Is crafting the Templars into a new power really any worse than declaring a rival to the Chantry itself?
Yes, I would say so. What did you want him to do?
What were you hoping the Lord Seeker would do, exactly?
Put aside his war against the mages and find common purpose against something much more dire. Obviously, he has other plans. With the knights vigilant slain at the Conclave, there is nothing more we can do.
Perhaps there is something we can do.
I'd like to believe that, Seeker. I truly would. I suppose we can expect renewed effort against the mages from him, and yet more chaos.
Okay. How many Templars rebelled?
How many Templars turned on the Chantry, exactly?
They rebelled across Thedas. Some remained loyal, but not enough to call them the Order. The White Spire here in the capital was the largest garrison, but now it stands empty. Perhaps more shall flock to the Lord Seeker's banner now. How far has faith waned, I wonder?
How are people reacting?
How are people responding to all this?
Despair. Fear. We mourn Her Holiness. The people look to the sky and wonder how long before terror comes for us all. There must be a way through this. Is it you? The Templars? The Maker's will? We abandoned our duties. We servants of the faith. Now we can only pray.
Okay. I mean, it's fine. I mean, people get bored of crises quite quickly. They'll just be like... At the minute, it seems quite scary that there's a giant hole in the sky and demons are falling out of it. But give it a few weeks and people will have moved on to something new. And they'll just be like, oh yeah, giant hole in the sky. Old news. Much like COVID was. You remember when COVID was first a thing and it seemed like a really big deal, and then like within a month it was kind of just like, eh. Okay, the Chantry made a mistake. You could still help us. I'll stop this somehow. You could still help us.
It's not too late. The Chantry could still help us and come out on top.
If only that were true.
What's to stop you from trying?
We are not looking for a winning horse. We are simply trying to do the right thing.
Okay, somebody gonna help her up? Or are you just gonna sit there and pray? I think they're just gonna sit there and pray. Okay. Have a little wander about, shall we? Whoa!
What's that? An arrow with a message?
Mysterious arrow. A message is attached, written in large flowing hand and bordered with doodles. People say you're special. I want to help, and I can bring everyone. There's a baddie in Royeaux. I hear he wants to hurt you. Have a search for the red things in the market, the docks, and round the calf. And maybe you'll meet him first. Bring salts. Friends of Red Jenny. A poor drawing of the locations in the market is attached. Okay. Ooh, there's a thing I can examine. If I can get close enough to it. Oh, I can jump, can't I? I've forgotten I could jump. Examine! The apples nearest the cafe are said to change their taste depending on whether one is walking toward or away from the gallows. And of course they do, for taste is subject to the whims of the heart. Is it? I'm not convinced about that, to be honest. Yeah, we'll have a little wander around and see what we can find. Random soldier. Hello, random soldier.
We maintain an Inquisition presence on Commander Cullen's orders. This has been received as you might expect.
Okay, that's good. If Magpieism were to become a religion, what would be its main teachings? Never do today what you can put off until tomorrow. Never use one word when you can go off on a random tangent and use more than that. And most of all, do what you feel like doing rather than like what you probably should be doing, because life's too short, innit? And you should probably just have fun. There we go. That's the teachings of Magpie. Yeah. Red handkerchief. Thank you, friends, for helping. Good Lady Keras saw those who asked about the Herald, and the third passage could not state as an exit. Oh, there's what's her name. Can't talk to her yet. Hi. Yeah. Fred's converted. Okay. Yeah, mine would be the religion of just have a laugh. Really, just do what you feel like doing, even if you're not that good at it. Like live streaming. Not that good at it. Just enjoy it. You know, do what you feel like doing, man. That's the philosophy of Magpie. Life's too short, isn't it? Do what you feel like. What's that thing they say? We're here for a good time or something. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time or something like that. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Something like that. There's some saying like that that basically means just like, you know, do what you feel like doing.
Makeup.
Although you do have to be a little bit responsible, I suppose, now and then. Otherwise everything falls apart. But, yeah. Like, I think it's a fine balance, because, like, when it comes to things like, for example, saving money for the future. On the one hand, you're sort of like, well, I should really save as much as I can, you know, for the future, so that maybe I'll be able to, you know, buy a house one day and, you know, actually retire. That would be nice. But then on the other hand, you're sort of like, at the same time, could get hit by a bus tomorrow, and then I've saved money for a theoretical future that never ended up happening. So, like, you don't kind of want to do it at the expense of enjoying your life as you're living it. So, like, you've got to, like, plan for the future to a certain extent, but at the same time, you never know what's going to happen. Like, that future that you're envisaging might not end up happening anyway, so you don't want to, like, make your life that you're living now a complete hell. You know, like, say, working 80 hours a week and never spending money on anything recreational in order to save for the future, when, to be fair, you know, you could die next week, and then, you know, you've just made your very short life miserable. See what I mean? That's what always goes round in my head when I'm sort of like, oh, I shouldn't really spend money on that, and then I'm like, could die next week, why not? You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a balancing act, but at the same time... Yeah, anyway. There we go, that was the first sermon of the Magpie religion. Sorry, the chat's making me laugh. Oh, there's gates I can't get through. Oh, it's no good at all, is it? That's no fun. Right, where are we going? We're looking for red handkerchiefs, aren't we? Sorry, I'm laughing at the chat, just ignore me. Right, okay, so yeah. Having a little wander. Hi!
Well, this has all been a frustrating mess. Templars and Chantry and especially the mages. Just everything. I apologize if you were refused service, but we are now open for business. Especially if you put my wares to use.
Yay! What are you selling? Weapons, presumably. These look like weapons, don't they? Should I sell some of my stuff, or should we wait until we get back to Haven? Wait until we get back to Haven, then we'll do it all together. There's a quest.
I believe that
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
You are cordially invited to attend my salon, held at the Chateau of Duke Bastion de Gislaine. Yours, Vivian de Fair, first enchanter of Monsimard. Enchanter to the Imperial Court. I love Vivian. I love Vivian. We will meet Vivian in this episode because I adore her. I don't care what anybody else thinks. Yeah. Get out of my way, people. Jesus. Looking for red handkerchiefs, aren't I? That's what I'm doing. Hang on a minute. Where's the docks? Or are they through here? There we go. I thought I was missing something. Ooh, there's a thing. Difficult time for those who have lost. Oh yes, is this the memorial wall thing? There's the red handkerchief. Key lifted from drunk swearing about Herald. Don't know what door. I'm out. My debt is paid. Okay. Do I need to find another one? I think I do. Possibly. Hang on. We'll check the quest, shall we? What'll it be under? The inner circle, maybe? There we go. A friend of Red Jenny. Search the upper market. Oh yeah, you can like get up to the top bit, couldn't you? That's a really teeny tiny building in the middle, isn't it? Isn't it a theatre or something? Is it a theatre? Am I just making that up? I'm sure I remember it being a theatre. But then, like, it's so teeny tiny. Theatre, isn't it?
Is there something you need?
Because I have it in my head that it's the theatre that they... But I mean, it's so teeny tiny. It's the theatre that they go to in Masked Empire book. It's a very good book. How do I get up top again? Can anybody remember? I mean, that's a fast travel thing. Ah ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Fast travel to like up there. Honestly, no, that's not up. Well, where's up then? Dear me. Is that up? No. Well, for heaven's sake, man. Oh, hang on. Do I have to thingy the... Do I have to, like, literally... There we go. It's just me being daft. Don't mind me. Oh, dear. Right. Heading in this direction. Yep. Okay. So we can go get Sarah and Vivian. Yay. Two of my favouriteest people. Despite the fact that they are hated by most of the Dragon Age fandom. I don't care what anybody else thinks. I think they're awesome. Right. So. Yeah, if we head to there. And then...
The Templars didn't even touch you.
The Templars didn't even touch me, no. Oh, look at you with your silly hat on. Oh. So cute. So cute. Right, aren't we meant to, like, get jumped by Fiona? There we go.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps my people are the wiser option.
And that right there, that's Alistair's mum. That's Alistair's mother. I wish they picked a different voice actress. Because she doesn't sound like what I imagined her sounding when I read the books that she's in. Because she was quite a sort of... Yeah. It's not the accent, it's just like... I don't know, she sounds too... I don't know, sensible. That's the right word. Yeah, anyway. Hello, Alistair's mum. You weren't at the conclave.
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
Fred, you cannot honestly be surprised that that is Alistair's mother. I have told you about 15 times that Alistair's mother is Fiona from Inquisition. And she's in the book. She's in, what's it called? It's the second one. I can't remember what it's called. The Calling, that's it. She's in The Calling and she's a Grey Warden and she sleeps with Marek. And then something, the architect's in it, and something happens to her, and she ends up being cured of the taint, but I can't remember what it is that happens to her. And then she has Alistair. Yeah, and then she becomes Grand Enchanter Fiona. Yes, that's Alistair's mother. And you can actually, if Alistair turns up during the Into the Abyss quest, if he's the Grey Warden who turns up instead of Stroud or Loghain, you can actually see them talking to each other, which is interesting, him and Fiona. I have definitely told you this in full before, Fred. I have definitely told you this before. I've definitely mentioned, oh, you know, yeah, it's Fiona. Okay, so you think the Templars are behind the Conclave then?
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
Okay, so why speak to us now?
The mages weren't willing to talk to the Inquisition before. Why now?
Because now I've seen what you are. And and I've seen the Chantry for what it is. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lady Herald.
Come, let us return to Haven.
Okay, we might go and get Vivian first if we can. I think we can. You don't remember Fiona at all? She ends up at Skyhold, Manfred. Well, not necessarily. I suppose it depends what choices you make.
Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
We already had this conversation. Yeah. Should we go and get... Let's go and get Sarah first, and then we'll go and get Vivienne. Oh. Hi! Well, this is very undramatic, isn't it?
Well, they know who I work for.
Could at least put some, like, you know, dramatic music on or something. Apparently not. God, it's just so undramatic generally, isn't it? It's just so undramatic. Who's my favourite companion from Inquisition? Cassandra? I would go with Cassandra, although Vivian's up there. But I think Cassandra's better, generally. It's a bit eerie, isn't it? Something else not supposed to have happened by now. Oh, we're meant to go through here.
Herald of Andraste, how much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is that?
Ugh. Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve. Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're... you're all dwarfy. I don't mean nothing, but you're down there. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
Okay, did I play all the Dragon Age games for the first time in order of release? Yes, I did. Although I didn't get Origins until years after it had come out. But yes, I did play them in order of release. Also, Sarah! I love Sarah. Do you know what I love about Sarah? Is that I swear I know about 5 Sarahs in real life. Like, she's just so normal. She's just like a normal person. She talks like a normal person. She acts like a normal person. And, like, you know, people in fantasy worlds generally don't. Because they're all, like, dramatised and everything. But, yeah. Right, okay. Some say that. Who are you? Yes, I am. Why? I needed to question him. Yes, I am. Why?
Sure, why not? I glow. What's going on?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches. Right in the block.
Oh, dear.
Take their weapons. There's no breaches.
I like Sarah. Anyway. Sarah's normal. Yeah, in North England, yeah. Yeah. North England, this is pretty much the kind of people you're going to run into on a day-to-day basis. She does have that beautiful Lancashire accent. I think like is it Derbyshire? Might be
Friends
Derbyshire.
really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
Okay, I'd like a real introduction.
How about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
One name. No, wait, two. Well, it's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I used them to help you. Plus arrows.
Okay. You won't run into somebody like her that often in the States. Really? I think she's really, like, down to earth and just, like honestly, like, she is every other customer in the shop at work. She really is. Right, okay. Can you provide noble allies? So you're offering spies. You provide soldiers. Right, you're offering spies.
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you. I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. But if you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
Okay. Do you know what? I don't even want to ask her anything. I just want her. Yes, I'll have you.
All right, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
Oh, I love her. I love her so much. Right, okay. Well, maybe not bring her to Vivian's soiree, however. That might not go down so well. Yeah, we'll keep our team. And then we shall, yeah, go and get Vivian. Which will be a very, very different experience. Just making sure I've got nothing to loot. I can hear things squeaking. Right. So, come on. Come on. There we go. And we'll go and get Vivienne.
Lady Kadash of the Inquisition.
What a pleasure to meet you, my lady. Seeing the same faces at every event becomes so tiresome. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer, or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, you know of me.
What have you heard about me?
Some say that when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fate.
Okay, yeah, tell me about the Duke.
I've heard very little about Duc Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the civil war. Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the Dales in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
Okay, what about Vivian?
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
Okay, what you've heard about me is true.
Everything you've heard? Completely true.
Better and better. The Inquisition should attend more of these parties.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
Okay. I want justice for the divine. We're restoring peace. This is a holy calling. What's your point? We're restoring peace.
The Inquisition is working to restore peace and order to Thedas.
Here comes the outsider, restoring peace with an army. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a woman of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lady, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
It's beautiful. It's just she just have the best voice and the best everything. Also, she's not the king's mistress, Fred, because there isn't a king. He's a duke. And I don't think he's married, is he not? I don't think he is. There also isn't a queen. There's an empress who is not married. So... I'm sorry, but you're wrong on all fronts. It was quite common, you know, back in the days of nobility and all of that kind of stuff, that, you know, they would marriages were arranged as like a business thing to divide up land and stuff like that and whatnot, but then people would have mistresses and lovers and things like that. It was quite widely known about. I mean, Henry VIII, people used to just flipping chuck their daughters at him in the hope that he would take them on as mistresses. Because then he used to look after them afterwards. He would give them, like, you know, land and pensions and things like that once he got bored of them. Anyway, I don't care. Kill him, let him go. Normally, I kind of go, I don't care, and just sort of let her decide. But since we're playing like a goody two-shoes, I'm going to say let him go.
I think the Marquis has seen the error of his ways.
By the grace of Andraste, you have your life, my dear. Do be more careful with it. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first Enchanter of Montsimard and Enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Okay. Unfortunately, that was like the least cool of those three options, wasn't it? Because if you get her to kill him, that's quite cool. Because she really does. She just kind of just kills him. Just like, all right, you're dead now. And then if you let her decide, she doesn't kill him, but she gives him a proper dressing down first. Yeah, what about the Marquis?
Is that Marquis going to pose a problem?
His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected. And very devout. Alphonse will be disowned for this. It's not the first time he's brought his aunt disgrace, but I'm sure it'll be the last. And after such a public humiliation, I expect he'll run off to the Dales to join the Empress's war effort. Either to make a good end, or to win back a modicum of self-respect.
Okay, it's a pleasure to meet you, my dear. You're so beautiful and lovely, and you have the best clothes and the best voice, and I just adore you.
Charmed, Lady Vivian.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
Okay. Oh, we can flirt with her. It's quite fun flirting with Vivian because, like, she's never interested at all. Like, you can't have any kind of romance with her whatsoever, but she mostly just laughs at you. It's quite funny. Okay, so what assistance do you bring?
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
You'll work inside the court?
Does that mean you'd be aiding the Inquisition from the Imperial Palace?
Ordinarily, I would be happy to serve as liaison to the court, but these are not ordinary times. The veil has been ripped apart and there is a hole in the sky. It is now the duty of every mage to work towards sealing the breach. And so I would join the Inquisition on the field of battle.
Are you going to romance someone in this playthrough? We're going with Sarah, I think, in this playthrough. I've not done Sarah before. But, yeah. Okay, what are loyal mages?
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
Okay. Do you support the Circle?
So you're in favor of returning the mages to the Circle, then?
Where else can mages safely learn to master their talents? We need an institution to protect and nurture magic. Maker knows. Magic will find neither on its own.
Okay. What do you get out of this?
What's in this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
And do you support the Chantry?
Are you devout? What's your opinion of the Chantry?
I was a great admirer of the late Divine Justinia V. The Chantry, at its best, unites the disparate cultures of Thedas and looks after its most vulnerable. Had she lived, Justinia could have accomplished so much.
Okay, yeah, I'll have you, love.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivian.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
I love her so much. I can't remember who she's voiced by, but it's like someone that you would know from something, isn't it? I can't remember who voices her. Welsh friend will Google it for me, won't you, Welsh friend? Yeah, she has the most beautiful voice. I just love her so much. I just love her so much. Oh dear. Right, okay, I'm going to take a quick break. Put the kitten break screen up if I can find it. There we go. I shall be back momentarily, my dears. Right, I am back. Who was it? Indira Varma. That's right, from Game of Thrones. Voice was Vivian. You know what I had in my head? I'm sure it's somebody from Game of Thrones. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm sure it's somebody from Game of Thrones. And I was thinking, is it Tara Fitzgerald? But then I was like, I don't think it is. Oh, they sound similar. I like Tara Fitzgerald. She's got that similar kind of voice. Sort of like posh but sexy. You know what I mean? normally I don't like posh accents, but there's a particular type of posh accent that's like weirdly sexy. Vivian has it. Tara Fitzgerald has it. It's only women can get away with it. I don't think men can get away with sounding posh. I will tell you. I will tell you who hasn't. You want to know who has like the sexiest voice on planet Earth? Or had rather the sexiest voice on planet Earth was Tara Palmer Tompkinson. Didn't she have the sexiest voice? I was devastated when she died, you know. Not just because of her voice, but she was. You know, it was weird for being a rich socialite who kind of fraternised with royalty. She was surprisingly likeable. Tara Palmer Tompkinson. I quite liked her. And she did have a nice voice. Anyway. Women with posh accents are usually sexy, says Freddie. See, I don't find that really... But that's because I'm an inverted snob. You know, I'm a working class northerner. I don't like people with posh accents. But there's a particular type of posh that's quite nice. And yeah, I did find Tara Palmer Tompkinson weirdly likeable. Like, she's not the sort of person that I should have liked, but there was an odd kind of relatability about her. I remember she was on an episode of Celebrity Bake Off once, and she was great. Yeah, I was devastated when she died. Anyway, she'd been through the mill. Yeah, she had, hadn't she? And to be fair, that gorgeous voice that she had, I mean, it wasn't just the accent, because she had this, like, really deep gravel to her voice, which was absolutely beautiful. It was probably the result of long-term drug addiction, to be fair, wasn't it? Yeah. Which was what killed her in the end, wasn't it? Was it cocaine? It was an overdose of something. But, I mean, she'd had a life, hadn't she? Bless her. But I loved her. I thought she was great. Anyway. Yes, enough about that. You know me and me tangents. I'm just trying to find somewhere to put me hot chocolate. I ended up making a hot chocolate, which is why I was away for so long. I wasn't going to, and then I thought, oh, we'll make hot chocolate, why not? I was trying to be good, but I've kind of given up. You know how I lost 5 pounds last week? I will be very surprised if that 5 pounds has not gone straight back on. I have not been good this week. Never mind. Anyway. So. Right. Now that we're back in Haven, I think we need to do some bookkeeping. Was she on I'm a Celebrity? Was she? I don't remember that, and I know I watched the early ones. I mean, I stopped watching it years and years ago, but I did remember we used to watch the early ones, so I would have seen her. But I mean, I was very, very little back then. That was before we even moved up to Scotland, so I would have been about, I don't know, 6 or 7. The first series that I remember was the one that had Kerry Katona and Jordan, Katie Price as she is now, and Peter Andre in it. And wasn't Kerry Katona likeable back then, and isn't now she's just like the most unlikable person on planet Earth? She was so likeable when she was on I'm a Celebrity. Anyway. Anyway, get back to it, shall we? Right, okay. We need to clear out our inventory. We need to sort out everybody else's inventory. Can I access everybody else's inventory from here? Oh, I can! Oh, that's brilliant. Okay. So. Oh, look how beautiful she is. Isn't she just the most beautiful person? Look at those hips. Jesus Christ. I've got a bit of a crush on Vivian. I don't know if you can tell. I quite like her. I think she's a bit nice. You don't think she's a bit nice? I think she's a bit nice. Anyway, oh, it's just beautiful. Right, okay. Should we? That's what I want. Ooh. Should we give her a shocking stuff? I mean, I kind of like her having a nice stuff. I think that's more Vivian, isn't it? But that one is better. Yeah, we'll let her have that one. And armor. Oh, apprentice mail. That's better than what she's got. Oh, it covers her cleavage up though. Jesus, can't be having that. Yeah, we'll let her wear the apprentice mail. And I didn't actually equip that stuff, did I? Oh, Viv, love, that is not the look for you, my dear. Yeah, we'll let her keep her hat, shall we? We'll let her keep her hat. Right, so she's got the apprentice mail on. Yeah, I don't care that that one's better. I'm keeping the horns because they look cooler. And then... yeah, actually equip that one. There we go. A crush on Vivian, says Fred. I know, Fred. I hide it so well, don't I? But, you know, sometimes you just gotta admit these things. Don't think she died of drugs. I thought she did. I'm sure it was a drug overdose. There had been drug problems in her life, hadn't there? Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Yeah, Google it, Welsh friend. Google it. The first series had Tony Blackburn on it. I don't remember that. Maybe we didn't watch the first series then. Maybe the Peter Andre one was just the first series that we watched, but we didn't watch, like, the first series, if you see what I mean. Because that's the first one that I remember. Perforated ulcer. Is that what it was? I was sure it was a drug overdose. Who am I thinking of then? Mind you, so many of them have died of drug overdoses, haven't they? Anyway, sorry, we're off on a complete tangent here already. Do you know what? I'm going to Google it myself. Because there was something about drugs, wasn't there? I'm sure there was. Tara Palmer Tompkinson. Oh, she was beautiful as well, wasn't she? She really was. Anyway, yeah, we're just Googling stuff now. It's fine. I'll get back to the game in a minute. Yeah, she was addicted to cocaine in her early career. There we go. I think maybe it was just when she died, that was probably what, like, the news latched onto, was the fact that she'd been addicted to cocaine, probably. But, you know, we all have issues. It's called being human. Anyway, so... accessories. Do you want some accessories, Viv, love? Cold-based abilities are slightly more powerful. That would suit Vivian, wouldn't it? Or spirit resistance, or sun swing. We didn't need sunder. Let her have that one. And I'll see if I can get her an ice staff. Because I mean, it would just be sort of, you know, appropriate for her to have an ice staff, wouldn't it? That's plus to strength. She doesn't need that. Right. You dare to challenge my Googling skills? No, Welsh friend. I just wanted to read it for myself, it's all. Also, we have a new person. Hello, new person. You've managed to come in, at like prime Magpie moment where I'm just going off on a tangent completely unrelated to anything that's happening in the game. So, you know, you're very welcome, though. especially if you're a little bit mental. Those people are totally welcome here. Right. Right. That's the wrong flipping thing. I need my inventory. That's what I need. Jesus bloody Christ. I don't know what I'm doing here. Right, I'm sorting everybody's inventory out. Ooh, I've got a Carter coat. It's like way better than what I've got on. Well, that would be, you know, appropriate considering I used to be in the Carter. Yeah, we'll have a Carter coat. Why not? My God, we've got 2 new people. Oh my goodness. Yes, everybody's welcome. Don't worry. I mean, it's a unique experience. But if I don't scare you off, you're very welcome. What am I doing? I'm trying to do 2 things at once, and it's not working. Right, okay. See if I've got a better bow. I do not have a better bow. Oh, hang on. I might have been reading that thing wrong. Is the Carter coat actually better than what I've got on? What I had on, rather. Yes, it actually was. Sorry, I thought I'd been misreading it. You know what I'm like. Right, so keep the Carter coat. I don't think we have any accessories that she could wear, really. Except spirit resistance. Sunder when hit. What's Sunder? Does anybody know what Sunder is? I feel like that's something I should know. Love my cats. Oh, that's very sweet. Yeah. You can have them if you want. They're a bloody nightmare. Driving me up the flipping wall at the minute, especially Scorpio. Honest to God, he's just got too much energy, I think. I'll let her have a belt of spirit resistance. Because why not? Do I have spike trap? I don't think I do. Do I have enhanced? Do I have toxic cloud? I don't think I do. Varric has spike trap, doesn't he? We can give Varric spike trap. Right, okay. So that's me all sorted. Cassandra. I hate sorting people's inventory out. I just hate it, man. Just like I just can't be bothered. The Swedish fingers. It looks like a hand. That's why it's called the. Well, I don't know why it's called the Swedish fingers. It's probably a codex entry about it. Oh yeah, we've got better shields, but I don't like to give up her Inquisition's shield. Her Inquisition's shield just looks cooler, doesn't it? Sometimes you've just got to, you know, sacrifice better equipment for what looks cooler. At least in my world. Ooh, Vanguard armor. Level 9. Oh, for heaven's sake. And you can have some spirit. Actually, no, you may. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. Why are my subscribers low? I thought my subscribers were pretty good, actually. You can have an ambulance strength. Right. So. I am aware that the stream is having issues at the minute because my bandwidth has dropped slightly, but it's average. It's Probably all me Googling, I imagine. Right, who have I done? Sarah! Need to do Sarah. Right. Sarah, who has apparently just turned up in her pyjamas. She's bow and arrow, isn't she? She's not daggers. Although you can switch them around if you want. You could turn her into a daggers person if that's what you wanted to do. I never have done. But some people do, I am aware. Wear a scout coat. You can have a belt of sunder, whatever the hell that is. And done Vivian. Solus I don't give a fuck about. Garrus, Varric. Do you know what? That's the second time I've done that. In the last bloody stream I called Varric Garrus. Like, they don't even sound similar. He's got Bianca. What am I trying to give him? I'm trying to give him accessories, that's what I'm trying to do. Spike trap, there we can. Right. Okay. Now that we've done that, should we try and craft something?
Travel safely.
Which we should probably have done that the other way around, really, shouldn't we?
I'm glad
I don't think we've crafted anything yet.
in case anything happens here.
She was talking about big strong men there. Yeah. I want to see if I can craft a an ice staff for Vivian. Well, there we go. Onyx would be cold damage. Yeah, so each like material gives you like different advantages. So we can have plus 6% attack, we can have 12% barrier damage, we can have 12% barrier damage again, or we can have heal on kill. Ooh. I feel like, ooh, what do we want? Do we want barrier damage or do we want attack? Should we just go with attack? That one's a nice, reliable one. There we go. I have crafted brutal staff. Rename. Right, what should we call the staff that we're going to give to Vivian? Come on. I need ideas. Fred, you're good at this kind of stuff. It's an ice staff that I have crafted for Vivian. What should we call it? Bearing in mind that her nickname is the Iron Lady. Trying to think of inspiration. I don't know, what should we call it? What should we call Vivian's stuff? The chat's gotten so bored watching me sort out everybody's inventory that they're just discussing what the current viewers are. And it's jumping around quite dramatically. So, you know. Cold snap! That's quite good, that. Staff of the Iron Heart. Oh, that's better. That's better. Staff of the Iron Heart. I like that. I like that, Welsh friend. Well done, you've won. Staff of the Iron Heart. There we go. How? Oh, that's amazing. Right, we'll have that. We'll have that. Okay. There we go. Right. What else do we want to craft? Do we want to give myself a bow? Give myself a bow, couldn't we? Frosty reception. Hang on. No, that's not what I meant. There we go. Yeah, they're all just the same damage, aren't they? So we may as well go with whichever one we've got the most of, which will be iron. Although it won't look as good. Which one looks better? To be fair, can't actually tell the difference. Stick with iron for now, and then dexterity or cunning. Well, I can't remember what dexterity and cunning do in Inquisition. I know what they do in the other games. Yeah, like unbalanced dexterity would be better, wouldn't it? A bit of dexterity. Craft ourselves. Okay, what should our bow be called then? The bow for Theodora, the dwarf herald. It was a pleasure just to be dominated, was it, Fred? Was that a deliberate pun, or was that just a really, really good misspelling? I can't tell whether you did that deliberately or not, but either way, it's made me giggle. Yeah, what, mind you, I don't know if that's actually going to be better than the one I've currently got. Restriction not valid. Yeah, I don't know if that's actually going to be better than the one I've got. You know what, yeah. What should we call it, though? It was a deliberate pun. It would have been funnier if it wasn't deliberate, Fred. You should have pretended it wasn't deliberate. I don't know, what should we call it? Because I've crafted it now, so, you know, we might as well name it. And if it is better than what I've got, we'll switch over to it. And if it's not, I'll just sell it. I don't know, I want something dramatic sounding. It's the Herald's Bow. What would you call the Herald's Bow? Just call it pluck, pluck, pluck. No, I want something serious. I want something that sounds, you know, like it would, like, yeah, you know, like in 1,000 years, somebody will go on an intrepid quest to find it. That's the kind of name I want. Could just call it the Herald's Bow, couldn't we? Something like that. Red Jenny's Herald. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose if we're gonna romance Sarah, but we haven't done that yet, you see. And we're probably gonna craft an even better bow later on. A friend of Red. Do you know what? A friend of Red Jenny. I quite like that. Friend of Red Jenny. Because, like, this isn't going to be our final bow, is it? We'll probably, you know, craft an even better one later on. Don't have any shields. I'm not so interested in other stuff.
Now,
we do
don't
some
you worry about
armor. Hey, I leveled up. It looks like I got struck by lightning. Yeah, alright, piss off. That's modification. I don't want to modify armor. I want to craft armor. Craft armor, that's what I want. What do I want to craft? I don't know. Let's craft. Medium armor that rogues use, isn't it? Sturdy scout coat. Okay, what do we want? We can have bright white nose. Oh, that's horrible. Let's not have that. Or ram. Bright white is going to make us a bit conspicuous, I think, which isn't going to go very well with being a rogue, is it? So we'll go a bit dark. And then... what have we got? Heal bonus, magic defense, heal bonus. Electrical resistance, and then we can match Sarah. Or spirit resistance. Magic defense. Electrical resistance. Which one do we think looks the best? I quite like the lamb's wool. I think that one looks quite nice. Magic defense is our read, isn't it? We'll go with that. Absorbing scout coat. No, we shall call that. I don't know. I'm bad at thinking of names, guys. We'll call it the. It's a coat. You don't name a coat. It's just a coat, innit? I don't name my coats. They're just coats. Call it coat. Coat of the. Whoops. The Herald. There we go, love. There we go. That'll do. That'll do for now. I reckon that'll do for now. Right. So what have we got? Coat of the Herald. Way better than what we've got on. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then... Oh, hang on. I need to give her a new bow as well. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, for heaven's sake. There we go. Wrong thing. Right thing. Oh, it's worse than what I've got on. Okay, well maybe Sarah can use it then. Because it makes kind of... Oh no, it's worse than what she's got as well. We'll just sell it. We'll sell it. It'll be fine. Fuck's sake. Where's Vivian? I want to give her a new stuff. Stuff of the Iron Heart. Yes, that's awesome. I like that one. Okay, I reckon that'll do us. Are we going to modify anything? No upgrades available. Can upgrade that. Do I want to? I don't think I really want to. Is anybody equipping it? Nobody appears to be equipping it.
Another time then.
I don't have a dagger wielding rogue yet, do I? I need to wait for coal. Also, I've got to level up. Oh, I hate leveling up in Inquisition. I hate it so much. Like, you've just got so little choice, haven't you? We'll do evade. I think evade's quite a decent one. Yeah. Sorry, the chat's making me laugh. Right, okay, so... I need to sell me shit, that's what I need to do.
Smithing is hot work. Here, have something to drink.
Right. Sell all? What, sell everything in my inventory? That can't possibly mean sell everything in my inventory, surely. I've never seen that down there before. Sell all. Right. Oh, flipping heck, man. Right, sell that. Sell that. I'm assuming stuff that is equipped is not popping up, right? Because I'm sure that the bloody bow that I've got equipped. That one. That's the one I should have equipped, right? I think I had the wrong bow equipped. It's fine. It's fine. I'm feeling a bit more scatterbrained than normal today. I don't know if you can tell. Right, get rid of that. 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 It's alright, go through the chat. Sell all of this. Sell all of it. I'm keeping that because it seems good. And we'll be able to use it for Iron Ball when we get him, maybe. sell all of this, right? We can sell all of this. I'm pretty sure we can sell all of this. I think we're alright selling all of this. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird UI, and I kind of get confused. You know, like I do. Yeah, this is just crap, isn't it? We can just sell. There we go. Right, we should be alright now. Okay. So. Go and have a look at the war table. And we need to have a chat with Vivian and Sarah, don't we? Very important. And I'm gonna, despite the fact that I'm playing like a pro circle kind of Inquisitor, we are gonna have a good relationship with Vivian. Because that is possible. And I am going to prove it. But we'll go talk to Sarah first. Hello, love.
So, this is it, huh? Oh no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. That would have been hilarious if you were a man, right? Wasted. Anyway, stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
Okay, yeah, there's more going on.
It's not just a war between those two.
Well, sure, the sky has a hole in it. But I can't put an arrow in that. Well, I have. Doesn't come down. That's weird. And that's the point, right? It's weird and right there, but they still want to punch each other. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
Yeah, that just seems to happen all the time, really, doesn't it? Like, you know, when the Blight broke out in the first game and then, like, everybody decided, oh yeah, let's have a civil war, that'll work. You know, while there's a Blight. We'll help them all see. You think it should be easy? What questions are those? Yeah, we'll help them all see.
That's why we're here. To help guide everyone back from the brink.
The religious ones tell you that. That's important, right? But don't make it all about that. Seems like believing too hard is what got everyone here. And here is stupid. And smells of horse. Really, what everyone needs is to get everything back to normal and proper and profitable. Sound good to you, all-touched Lady Herald?
Should we go all flirty then?
I think I'll enjoy having you around, Sarah. I hope you'll feel the same.
Oh, you're adorable. Yes, you are. See you, Herald. Herald, I have to do something about that.
It's almost as if people have different opinions on how to respond to a crisis. I know, right? But you don't respond to a crisis by, like, creating a new, different crisis, do you? Although that is what some people do.
Fix the door just like you asked, Flitter.
Oh, hi. You're singing without moving. That's really impressive. You can get all of the bars. I was going to say Spotify, but I don't know if they are on Spotify. They're on Amazon Music, I know that one. Because I've got them all. They're actually really nice.
The soldiers are more useful against the bandits
To put on and listen to in the background. Yeah, also there's a scout running over there, which means we need to go talk to Leliana.
Vivienne. That's the picture of what a circle maid should be. She looks like a noble. It's arrogant.
She's got a crush on Vivian as well. Hi!
There were so many questions surrounding Farria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Farria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
Okay. So this is very important. Because throughout this game you have certain points where you can influence what Leliana is going to end up like. So like you can either inspire her because she's obviously fallen off the rails a little bit because, you know, she's kind of lost faith and all that. So you can inspire her and get her a little bit back to what she used to be like, although not completely. Or she kind of like falls off a cliff and becomes an insane, deluded psychopath who has no faith in anyone or anything. But you have to pick the right option each time. You don't just have to like do a majority of the right options. Like every single time you have to pick, I think it's like 3 or 4 occasions where you have to pick the exact right dialogue option, otherwise you won't be able to bring her back from the brink. So, yes, if you want a nice happy Leliana, you have got to stop her from killing the traitor agent. You just have to. Even if it's like out of character for your Inquisitor, which it kind of annoys me a little bit because sometimes I think, I mean, it would be better just to like, yeah, it would be better if it was like you had to get a majority of the options right, rather than you had to get every single one right. But anyway, it's what you have to do. So yes, we're going to stop Leliana from killing the traitor.
Wait, what are you doing?
He betrayed us. He murdered my agent.
And you'd kill him, just like that?
You find fault with my decision?
Killing isn't the answer, Leliana.
We can't solve our problems with murder.
And what would you suggest? Leave him be. Butler's betrayal put our agents in danger. I condemned one man to save dozens. I may not like what I do, but it must be done. I cannot afford the luxury of ideals at a time like this.
Ideals are crucial.
Now is precisely the time for ideals.
You feel very strongly about this. Very well. I will think of another way to deal with this man. Apprehend Butler, but see that he lives. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
Okay. Leliana is so weirdly bitter. No, I don't think it's weird at all. I completely understand why Justinia's death would just like tip her completely over the rails like that all of a sudden. Considering what Justinia was to her. I mean, Justinia was like a mentor to her. And I think Leliana's a really interesting character, actually. And when you look at her across the games and the books and everything, she's very impressionable. So she kind of like, she latches onto people and follows them and sort of becomes what they are, basically, and sort of like, you know, just takes all of their ideals and makes them hers. And we know that she lost her mother when she was very young, and she was raised by Lady Cecily. And when she's been raised by Lady Cecily, she learns to act like a noblewoman. So, you know, she learns to, you know, dance and sing and crochet, probably, and all of that kind of stuff. And that's where she learns the whole noble way of life, because Cecily is a noblewoman, right? Then Cecily dies. She falls into the way of the bards, and she ends up with Marjolaine, who is like another mentor, possibly lover, but it's never entirely certain, but definitely mentor. And she becomes this sort of like danger-loving bard who, you know, kills people and steals things and doesn't have that much in the way of morals because she's following Marjolaine, right? And then Marjolaine betrays her, and she's rescued by Justinia, who isn't Justinia at the time, but I can't remember what her actual name was, but she's a Chantry sister. So then all of a sudden Leliana becomes a Chantry sister and becomes this devout Andrastian because she's following Dorothea, isn't it, is what her actual name was. She's following the example of Dorothea, who rescued her from Marjolaine, right? Then she ends up following the Warden, and how the Warden responds to her alters how her personality is, because she just kind of follows the ideals of the Warden, so you can choose whether she becomes hardened or softened, right? And then she goes back to Justinia, and suddenly it's all about, you know, the Circle and Mages and Templars and all of that kind of stuff, because that's what Justinia is focused on, because Justinia is divine. I think the fact that she lost her mother when she was so young, she latches on to maternal figures. And she just kind of makes herself into whatever they are. To have... And I think Justinia is basically the only one who hasn't kind of failed her, I think. I mean, I don't know, we don't know much about Cecily, but, you know, aside from the fact, I mean, maybe just the fact that she died, I don't know, but then, you know, Marjolaine betraying her and stuff like that. I think Justinia was probably the one that she most latched onto out of everybody, and to have her suddenly snatched away like that, I completely understand, because I think the attachment to her would have been very overwhelmingly strong. And I know, because I am also somebody who latches onto maternal figures. It's not always healthy, trust me. But yes, yeah. Yeah. It's a very long-winded way of saying you're totally wrong, Fred. Yeah, I like to explain myself. Yeah, she's so interesting though, Liliana. But I do recognise something in her, because I'm a bit like that. I tend to lose myself in other people. Although I'm more guarded against it now because I know that I do it. But yeah, but that sort of latching onto maternal figures is something that I very much kind of like see myself in that, and yeah, it's not always a good thing. But yeah. But yes, her attachment to Justinia and sort of like devotion to her will have been incredibly powerful and incredibly strong, and then to have her snatched away like that, you know, especially considering Liliana was supposed to be protecting her, so she kind of blames herself for her death as well. I completely understand why she would just flip. And she's quite an unstable person anyway, isn't she? I mean, she's very, you know, I mean, she comes across as a bit barking mad at points in Origins, and she's just a bit sort of eccentric, I think the word would be. And feels things quite deeply, I think. She seems to, you know. Anyway. Oh, I can't get up that one. Oh, that's not fair, game. You let me get this far and then I can't get up the last one. Honestly. Sometimes Inquisition just becomes like a giant game of parkour. Anyway, what are we doing? We're heading back to the war table. That's what we're doing. Now that I've gone off on a bit of a video essay about Liliana. Yeah. She is very interesting though, and she's very complicated. Right, we can also talk to Vivian, can't we? Oh, we've got a cutscene.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in a city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
Going was worth the risk. At least we made contact. The Chantry's dealt with. At least we made contact.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere. But to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Oh, we should meet the mages. We should find the Templars. Oh, you must choose soon. We are going to be doing the mages in this playthrough, so yeah, sure, we'll meet the mages.
I could at least find out what the mages want.
No doubt what they've always wanted. Support for their cause.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
I think it's a trap. There's always danger. They could be useful. There's always danger.
So it'll be dangerous. I've been in danger since I walked out of the Fade.
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Royeaux, but but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
Okay, sounds suspicious.
That does sound odd, I agree.
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
Right, so also Mother Giselle. Say hello. I don't like talking to her. I find that irritating. Does anybody else find Mother Giselle irritating?
In my arms lies
Right. There's a quest popped up there. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's Creme! Hey, Creme! I like Creme.
Excuse me. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
Voiced by Jennifer Hale, Creme. Even when you know that, you can't tell, can you? Even when you know, like Harding is voiced by I can't remember her name, but she plays Liara. And once you know that, you can hear it in her voice. But Creme, even when you know it's Jennifer Hale, can't hear it in his voice at all. Anyway, yeah, sure. Who are you?
Who are you, soldier?
Cremisius Aclasi with the Bulls Chargers Mercenary Company. We mostly work out of Orlais and Navarra. We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bulls Chargers can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
Okay. So, tell me about your company.
What can your Bulls Chargers offer the Inquisition?
We're loyal, we're tough, and we don't break contracts. Ask around Val Royeaux. We've got references.
Tell me about your leader.
What should I know about your commander?
Iron Bull. He's one of those Canari, the big guys with the horns. He leads from the front. He pays well, and he's a lot smarter than the last bastard I worked for. Best of all, he's professional. We accept contracts with whoever makes the first real offer. You're the first time he's gone out of his way to pick a side.
Why give us the message?
Why did your commander send us this information?
Iron Bull wants to work for the Inquisition. He thinks you're doing good work.
Okay, sure, why not?
I look forward to meeting this Iron Bull.
We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
Okay, thanks, Creme. I like Creme. Unfortunately, in my canon playthrough, I have to get Creme killed because...
When there was no earth, you were
yeah, because I prefer that Iron Bull betrays you in the end. Just because otherwise you can never completely trust him, can you? Also, it adds to the tragedy. But yeah, it is sad that Creme has to die. But I like Creme. I don't think Creme will die in this playthrough, though.
And if he does,
where the hell's Vivian? I can't remember where the bloody hell she is. Is she standing up where Solus is, maybe? I thought she was in there. No, she's not with Solus. I can't remember where the bloody hell she is. I'm sure she's in there, isn't she, normally? Have I just missed her? I might have just missed her.
For I walk only where you would bid me.
Oh, there she is. Hello, me darling.
I met an elven mage earlier. Solus, I believe he was called. I admit I was surprised. I didn't expect to find mages among the Inquisition. Tell me, why were you at the Divine Conclave?
Oh, this chaos harms everyone. We need the circle restored. The Templars made their beds. Mages should be free. Justice is all that matters. The rebels are apostates. Okay, so the interesting thing about Vivian is, while she's pro-circle and everything, mostly she just kind of wants what's best for everyone. So you can be a very anti-circle Inquisitor and still get on fine with Vivian, so long as you kind of push the narrative of we're just trying to do what we think is best for everyone. So if we say this chaos harms everyone...
The war benefits no one. It must end, and order must be restored.
If only the rebels saw things so clearly. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas. If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost.
Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
She's so beautiful, isn't she? Look at those cheekbones. Anyway, I'll do all I can, and you'll help decide. Their fate is in their hands. I'll do all I can.
I'll try not to let them down.
Failure is a luxury we cannot afford, my dear. For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
Ooh, I use it to change things. No one should have that power. Andraste chose me. The Chantry will be restored. Ooh. 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 Hmm. Oh, I don't know. Should we say Andraste chose me? Because I think I kind of like the idea that maybe she's coming around to the idea that she's the Herald of Andraste. Or that she should at least claim to be, because that's what people want of her. Whether she believes it herself or not. Yeah, sure. Let's give it a go. See what happens.
I was given this blessing by Andraste herself. The power is not mine, but hers.
We can only hope she offers you better guidance than she does the rest of us. I've stolen enough of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
Okay, right. We're going to have a peek at the war table. See what's going on. I think we'll probably wrap up. Since I've started yawning. Oh, we've got another perk. What should we go for? We'll start getting the secrets perks going up. Just because I want to get the Deft Hands Fine Tools thing. Right. So, with the watchtowers built, we've had advance warning of demon and bandit attacks. The area is safe for both refugees and the farmers. It's good to know that the Inquisition is willing to put in time to help these people. Oh dear. That's right, Jenny. Oh, the Cult of Andraste. Before the Fifth Blight and the arrival of the hero of Ferelden, Haven was occupied by cultists who worshipped a dragon, one they believed to be Andraste reborn. Both the cultists and their dragon were long gone by the time the Chantry arrived to build the Temple of Sacred Ashes. To build the Temple of Sacred Ashes? The Temple of Sacred Ashes was already there, man. They might have, like, you know, restored it a bit. But there may still be undiscovered passages in the mountains containing their relics. Concerted search effort, it might be possible to unearth something useful to the Inquisition. Oh, Jesus Christ. Leliana, the task is best left to a few select agents knowledgeable regarding dangerous magic. Or I'm leery of what we might find in these passages, but we have enough soldiers for a search. They will simply need to be careful. No, but let Leliana's agents deal with it.
Let's see what we have.
What else have we got going on? We've got stuff going on in Olay, haven't we? Ooh. Truth or Dare, the Imperial Court. Chantry remains. Red Jenny says drop and grab. Present for Bianca. Okay, the Chantry remains. Confrontation with Mother Hevara at the Royeaux market had the desired effect, to a point. The Chantry's condemnation of the Inquisition was lost amid a flurry of speculation over the actions of Lord Seeker Lucius, as well as a divide in the opinions of the remaining Chantry clerics. There are, however, clerics still loudly denouncing the Herald of Andraste. The Inquisition could leave them to their speeches, but dealing with them before the Chantry elects a new divine could be of benefit. Okay. So, Leliana, who cannot do it at the minute, but these clerics were not at the conclave for a reason. They all have secrets and weaknesses we should exploit. We should send a contingent of Inquisition soldiers to the Grand Cathedral. They can offer protection, and their visibility will remind the clerics that they are not out of our reach. A delicate hand is needed. We should focus on clerics who can be swayed, make their voices louder than those who oppose us. Dreadwolf is rumoured to be coming out in 10 months, is it? I would be very surprised and concerned. I don't know if I really am prepared to play it yet, to be fair. I don't know if I'll even play it on the channel. At least not when it comes out. I might leave it a bit. I don't know. I feel like I trust Josephine with stuff like this. Wait, should we get Josephine working on it? And then I'll see if I can pick a one for Cullen. What was the one back over here? I do not know how someone would come to this idea, but I can see the use. It's a large area to search, however. A memo from Josephine written on a note from Sarah. Know what ruins a party? Bees. I know a man who teaches how to jar them safe but angry. Stingy, no good for honey, but great for throwing. He's somewhere south. Yes, yes, you can get a bee flask where you just chuck a flask of bees at people. It's actually really good. And Cullen's going to send bounty hunters to go and get them. All right. That's fine. That's great. Okay, marvellous. Wonderful. So, that's all that sorted. What area do we want to open up next then? Should we open up the Storm Coast? Come on, Storm Coast. Are you going to let me click on you? Oh, actually, I think one of the advisors has to do it, doesn't it? And they're all busy. Okay, so... should we wrap things up then? Jesus Christ, I can't stop yawning.
Let all repeat the chant of light.
Yeah, next time.
Only the word dispels the darkness.
I don't know, we might go to the Storm Coast. We might go back to the Hinterlands. I'm not 100% certain what we shall do. That's a thing I haven't looted. How have I managed to not loot that thing? Who knows? So yes, we should be back on Tuesday at 3:30 for Dragon Age. Tomorrow, Oblivion will be happening from 9 o'clock in the morning. However, because next week is our week off from Oblivion, you see. And I'm thinking that after we come back for our week off, I'm going to move the Oblivion live streams till later. I can't do it tomorrow because I'm busy in the afternoon, but yeah, move them till about 12 noon or something like that. Yeah, anyway. You mean a grenade? Yes, I mean a grenade, Fred. A grenade of bees. And they're really good, actually. Really good, the bee flasks. Anyway, so... yes, I shall be back tomorrow morning from 9 AM for Oblivion. And Tuesday at 3:30 PM for Dragon Age Inquisition. Yeah. So, where should we end things? I don't know. I need a nice view. Where's the hooja? There it is. What's it called again? The breach. That's it. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna call it the rift, and I was like, no, it's not the rift. Just trying to find somewhere pretty. Make a little album cover.
The Maker has revealed to me, as there is but one world.
We'll head out here, shall we? Head outside of here then. There we go. We'll end it there, shall we? With the breach nicely above the tree there. There we go. Right, anyway, so I shall see you tomorrow morning, possibly, for some of you. Unless you're going to be asleep like Fred. For Oblivion, and I shall see you on Tuesday for more of Inquisition. But until then, my darlings, I shall say farewell to you.